Welcome to Old Stuff in My Basement. Today we have the book for everyone. It was published from 1866 till 1944. The ones I have are from 1907 and till 1908. This is number 4 of 1907. Back then it costed 30 pennies. Or pfenniges. It's a German family newspaper, which was very, 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 very expensive back then. So it was for the upper class people who spit to the lower class people and chat into their faces. It was a newspaper for the entire family, and if you don't know about printing, it was of course expensive because it has color printing, which was very expensive to do back then. But not only the front page, no. Also, sometimes a portrait. Or maybe 2. I have one which has 2, but I don't know where that one is. And on the front page, we have a picture of a woman, which holds a stone board on which said Union. German publishers Stuttgart, Berlin, and Leipzig. On the first 2 sides, we have advertisements and prospects for dog breeders, and for desserts or some other stuff. Here, Nestle's children flower from the finest children on earth. Made from the child's by the child. Yeah, it isn't made out of children, okay? And we also have the same thing on this side. And here we have for a gramophone, or here for a borrowing station for music instruments. And yeah. Sorry. It is a collection from it's a collection made out of books, of course, books. And it's most of the time novels, which are more often less than 100 pages or so, and they are all squished into 2 pages of the newspaper. And then we have a portrait. Not all of them are in black and white. You already saw that one, which has perfect quality for that time, in my opinion. And then you have here the next one. And these are local news, where a hotel opened in the beautiful landscapes of the Alps. And then you have another one, and here another portrait, then a picture, here beautiful picture, black and white, and then another portrait about a cockfight. I said cock, that's cool. Here another beautiful portrait. And that this is the only one which is about news or science. It's the Week Report. It was a weekly or monthly newspaper. That's the only one which has to do with news, except, wait. This part and maybe this part. So yeah, back to the other one, which back to the page I was before. And yeah, that's the only one which has to do with news here. The only section has to do with news is here, which are weekly news which happened in Germany, and it's about science. And yeah, I said it was a family newspaper, did I? Well, in fact, it's as much of a newspaper as the novels in there, because this is the only part which has news in it. And yeah, because a woman doesn't know anything about science. A family is only the wife of the household. So this is the only thing a man can have. Wow. Because a woman is so dumb she can't even read this newspaper. So she needs her husband to read it for her. Yeah. Yes, that was the time back then, and it's about when let's say somebody died, or another thing in science happened, or maybe a Volksfest happened, or something like that. And here you have riddles, households, a Dr. Oetker recipe, and jokes. Let's put it all together. Here you have riddles, like a tile riddle, something like that. Sometimes crossword puzzles, and then here you have household machines, like this one, or an iron. I think it's an iron. Yeah, it's like newer stuff for the household, which is very interesting. And here you have a fruit cake by the German company Dr. Oetker, which is with the so-called vanilla sugar. And it's with 500 grams flour, 100 grams butter, half a liter milk, some salt, and stuff. The Dr. Oetker made these prospects, which were also obviously advertisements for their stuff, for the stuff they've had, and it were recipes for, let's say, this fruit cake. And I also found one of these prospects about a fruit cream and other stuff like that. And here are the jokes, which are in which you know who wrote them and who laughed at them. And who laughed at them, and the people who laughed at them were from 1907, obviously. I will translate you two of them. The first one is this one, and the second one is that one. The second one, because I think it's pretty funny, because I love that one. It's let's say pretty old. All of them are old. And yeah, I think I'm going to translate you this one too, because this one is also funny. Yeah. Most of them are, in comparison, are a mix of are a mix with a picture and text down here. something like this one, or that one, or that one, or that one. Yeah, the first one. Wife. Doctor, doctor, please come fast to my husband. He doesn't recognize me anymore, and he called me sweetheart and angel. Well, look at the wife. She's fat. So the husband doesn't recognize her because she's fat, and because she's a woman, the woman should be as thin as a pine and should take a worm which will eat everything about her. Yes. Good times. So yeah. And there's this one. Young writer rushing into the kitchen and holding a book. Augustine! Today my novel just came out. You must read it. Cook. You know, madam, I have enough to do in here. All right now. If you want me to do that too, I'd rather leave. Yes. They made a lot of jokes with dialects like Berlinish or Southern Saxony accent or other 10,000 of accent. Germany has 10,000 of accent. Half of them you can't even recognize without you knowing the accent / dialect. And then there's this one. Judge. You saw how the man kissed her. Well, it's about a woman which got kissed, and it's old times, perfect times. The man laughing. Should I show it to her? Should I show it to you? It's also pretty sexist, just like this one, but it's a bit better than this one. Because this one, I had this one. This one. This one. And I like that one. And also I like the picture which was made here because it was drawn very good. Everything in this book, everything in this newspaper is drawn very good. And then you have the riddles, something like the tile riddle or a picture riddle and other riddle. And yeah. Here you have other stuff like for the gramophone, or on the other hand side you have the same. You also have a breeding a dog breeder, Arthur Seyfarth. I don't know what this name means, but it's pretty old, I guess. So, yes, thanks for watching this very, very long video about the book for everyone. If you like what I'm doing, yeah, I hope you liked it. Also, happy Halloween! I have some feathers here. I'm going to eat them today because it's Halloween! Yeah, happy Halloween also. Yeah, goodbye.